Hi, I'm Allie.
I'm Lottie. And I'm Anna.
We're here to teach you about the Byzantine culture and how to make some of the best food.
The Byzantine Empire is part of the late Roman Empire centered in Constantinople. It existed from 330 AD to 1453 AD and was considered the most dominant empire of its time, shaping European culture for years to come.
It was the first of great nations to accept Christianity as its official religion and to govern according to Christian teachings.
The Byzantine food is what we're really here to talk about. It reflected the culture of the people and its relations with its neighboring nations.
The empire was ruled as an absolute monarchy, so the industries were strictly organized into a guild system where every aspect of not only food, but every other trade was regulated.
Bread, fish, and meat guilds were the most important guilds because of their importance as a staple in the empire. Grocers were the only people allowed to sell anywhere they chose because they sold essential foodstuffs such as cheese, oil, butter, meal, honey, meat, salt, fish, and vegetables.
Additionally, presentation of food was much like ours today, using tablecloths and fancy silverware. They had 3 meals per day as well, though these practices were only used by the upper class.
The wealthier people's meals began with grace, and then hors d'oeuvres were served, followed by fish and sauce called gakos, then a form of roasted meat, and finally a dessert.
The poor people ate very simple meals using the staples mentioned before, and were not concerned with presentation or extravagance.
The meals varied family to family because of traditions and personal preferences, but they all consisted of the similar core ingredients.
People usually used chairs and a table, eating with their hands, but at special occasions for the nobles and the upper class, silverware was used as well as couches, though only up until the 10th century.
For our first course today, we're going to be making basma word. It's a traditional first course banquet in the pre-Islamic tradition, and it comes from the Persian word meaning banquet and a word meaning bringing. And this is going to be a really traditional appetizer. However, there's going to be some modern day substitutions so you can make it at home. Okay. The first thing you're going to need is tortillas or any other flatbread. It can be 12 inches in diameter. Okay. The next thing you need is some walnuts, dry roasted preferably, and then you're going to have to chop them up at home. The next thing is basil, and then we're going to need some lemons, which you're going to have seeded and chopped up. You're going to need some fresh mint, and last but not least, you're going to need some tarragon leaves. Oh, sorry, we forgot about the produce. Roasted chicken chopped up, which is now, just being toasted. Okay. So now that we have all our basic ingredients prepared, what we're going to do is you're going to have 1 tablespoon of minced tarragon, 2 tablespoons of chopped basil, 1 chicken cut up and diced. Then you're going to need 1.5 to 2 lemons peeled and seeded. And then you're going to need that big Mexican tortilla and about a tablespoon of ground walnuts. And all we have to do now is spread it evenly on our work surface and make kind of a taco. Okay, so first we're going to spread our mint and basil mixture down. And then we're going to take the ground walnuts and, just sprinkle them. Okay. The next step is to spread a generous handful of lemons. Yum, this looks so good. Okay. Now you're going to lay your chicken down. It can be as finely or as thickly chopped as you would like. We opted for the thicker version. Okay. And now all you need to end this off with is a few sprinkles of tarragon. It called for a tablespoon, however, a lot of audiences find that to be overwhelming, so we stuck with just a dash. Now, you take the next tortilla, put it on top, and there you have it. Basma word.
Today we're going to make hais, which are date kebabs, and they're a traditional Byzantine dessert. First, you're going to take 1/3 cup of crushed almonds
and put it in a big bowl. Then you're going to take 2 cups of breadcrumbs and dump it in. And a 1/3 cup of ground pistachios. 2 cups of pitted dates ground in a food processor. Then you need 10 tablespoons of melted butter. And then you mix it with your hands until you create balls.
Balls that you made and roll them in a mixture of sugar. Over here, you can just take them, and roll them around.
Then, to increase tastiness, put it in the oven on a high broil for a few minutes until it's brown. And here's the finished product. To embellish the taste a little bit, we just added some coconuts and some orange zest.
Well, they didn't have that.
Even though they didn't have it back then. Now we're going to make salvolum Byzantine cheesecake.
These are really simple. What you need is 1 15-ounce can of whole milk regatta.
Can I just put it in?
Yep. Okay, pretend. 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. Any store-bought brand is sufficient. Then you need 1/2 cup of unbleached flour, as my assistant Anna will put into the mixture. And you subsequently need 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour, 3 eggs, and 1/2 cup of honey. Again, any regular store brand honey will be fine, but we chose for Himalayan flora honey to give it that extra boost.
Mix it until it gets to a thick consistency.
While you're doing that, preheat the oven to 350 degrees and lightly grease a pan of 13 by 9 inches.
Okay. Now we are going to make the topping. Put a 1/3 cup of honey into the pan with some poppy seeds. Doesn't it look delicious?
The hierarchy and divisionism instilled in the Byzantine culture are shown through the extravagance of the meals and the practice of saying grace.
Thank you for watching our Byzantine cooking show.
Goodbye for now. See you next week when we cook Roman food.